Hello and welcome back to another episode of Life in the Woods Renaissance. And yeah, you already noticed this is not home. Clover, you said you wanted to go home. This is not home. You're right. I didn't go home. I made some progress on my way here. I don't remember exactly where we ended the last episode, but I'm pretty sure it was somewhere in between the cypress hut and maybe this village right here. I don't remember really, or maybe it was right here somewhere. So yeah, I made some progress. We are past the blacksmith and the weird tree, and we are close to the bridge thing and the house ruin in the thicket. If you remember those episodes. And I actually wanted to go further than I did. But then I found this biome here, and this looks so crazy. And I thought I had to show you guys this biome. It's called a Crag, and this is Crag rock. And I don't think it has any uses. No, I haven't checked yet, but no, it doesn't. But this looks crazy. I mean, just to give you some perspective here, this is level 106 that I'm standing on, and this goes up. I don't know how far. This is at least another 100 blocks, right? I don't have a good way of estimating this, and I don't want to climb all the way up. But this is insane. This entire, like, whatever this is called, I don't know how to. It's not a cave, but it's kind of a cave, right? This entire part that's covered by rock up there, and then there's just this little. This is insane. I mean, this is so pretty. I really like it. The green rock too. I don't know. It looks really nice. I'm kind of really tempted to go up there. Maybe I should. Maybe we should sleep first. Is it already sunset? I think it is, but it's probably not a time to sleep yet. So I don't know. Maybe we'll climb a little bit. Yeah. So today we won't talk about politics. I need a break. I need a break from the politics. I don't have the date. I don't know when the second round of the election actually is. It's sometime in May, so we have time. But I think I think I have enough with the politics talk for now. This looks so cool. The light that's comes through these little holes in the formation, in the rock formation. This is so cool. I love this modpack. Okay, so I don't really know what to talk about today. In the comments, Jennifer suggests Trevor as a topic, and that's a good topic. But I don't really feel prepared to talk about that. Like I don't know what kind of point I would try to make, and I could just talk about where I've been, kind of. But I haven't really been on any, big travels recently, so I don't really have any fresh memories. And I don't know. I don't want to be too vague or stuff like that, and I wouldn't feel like I don't know. I would have to kind of look some stuff up. I mean, I remember where I've been and stuff, but like details and dates and stuff like that to give you some more perspective on that, I think. So yeah, that's probably coming at some point. I don't know when, but it's a good topic for sure. And a good point by Jennifer too, that most Americans probably have never left the United States, which is such a weird. It's so weird as a European, and especially in Austria. Austria is a tiny country. The idea that you never leave your home country is it's a weird idea to me. It's very foreign. Like it doesn't sound right at all. But I guess it makes sense. I mean, the states are huge, and you can go from you have ocean, you have cold areas, you have hot areas, you have deserty areas, you have basically everything right there. So I guess it makes sense. I still feel like you should travel though. So if you can at all travel outside of your home country, you definitely should. Because I don't know, it widens it widens your point of view. It shows you different cultures and different people, and it shows you differences, but it also shows you how much we are the same in the end, I think, and that's important. I think that's a very important piece of of perspective that people shouldn't ignore. I don't think I can go up there. I will have to block stack all the way up. There's no way to go up naturally, but this is a really awesome biome. I don't know what I mean, you could build crazy things here. The green backdrop and you know, the insane heights. I mean, this is awesome. Do we have on this side something cold? Some water down there. I mean, look at those. Look at those mountains. That's insane. Yeah, no, we have to leave here. This is not. We're not. Look at these mobs spawning in the shadow up there. This is a very dangerous area. Wow, this is really cool though. I should take a screenshot, I think, because there might not be anything else in this episode worth taking a screenshot of. Look at those mobs. So many mobs. And we can go down safely without any fall damage. Very nicely done. So, do I have a topic for today? Not really. I tried to come up with something good, but I don't really have... I don't know, there aren't any current events or anything. There's nothing really going on. It feels like. I mean, there is always something going on. But there wasn't really anything that I felt like I really needed to talk about. So what I want to talk about instead is, well, TV shows. I don't know. I think that's good. As a good contrast to the politics talk, just to establish that I don't want to be too serious about everything. And TV shows are definitely a very light-hearted topic to talk about. And one thing, this is so crazy. So recently, the new Walking Dead season ended, and there's now another Fear the Walking Dead season. Game of Thrones came back last weekend. Some crazy things going on there. And I don't really want to talk about anything too specific, because I don't want to spoil anything, for one, and then also I just want this to be more general, my general perspective, I guess. And I hope I'll have enough stuff to talk about. I didn't really prepare anything. This is just me kind of, I don't know, improvising on the topic. So one thing, without giving away anything or talking about specific, you know, things that happened in any of these shows, and I guess Game of Thrones is kind of an exception to all of that, because it's not. I mean, like The Walking Dead is also not just a TV show; it's based on a comic book. But to me, it already feels like it's very much a TV show. Like the way the writing has, you know, what changed or not changed over the past few seasons. It's very much an American TV show, like a lot of other American TV shows. And it's not just American TV shows, but just most you know, big popular TV shows obviously are American, because yeah, that's where the money is, Hollywood and stuff. So I mean, there are, like, for example, British TV shows, TV seasons or volumes or whatever. For example, the Sherlock Holmes with Benedict Cumberbatch and stuff like that. Those are different. Those are just inherently different in the way they are made, in the way they are produced. Like, they're just the British guys. They do TV differently, and I guess that's probably true for other countries too. But like, that doesn't really like. I mean, I know some German TV shows. I know Austrian TV shows. There aren't a lot. And then, is this a lavender field? It is. I haven't seen that yet. I didn't even know this. This is really pretty too. Can I get a shot of the lavender and the crag? I guess this is downside of something like the crag. Can I get a good shot of this for the screenshot, for the thumbnail? I mean, I wish there were more lavender plants, lavender flowers, whatever, lavenders this way. This is a better shot, I think. Captures the lavender better. All that stuff popping in. I guess we'll just stand here for a little bit and let the let the chunks load in over there. So yeah, I can't really speak for like Asian stuff. Oh wow, there's a lot of stuff that was missing. That's popping in now. I don't really watch any like anime or anything like that, so I can't speak about that at all. Or you know, even other European countries might do things differently. But the way what my point is, or the point I'm trying to make is that with American TV shows especially, it always feels like they go on longer than they should. It always feels like at some point some high up guy realizes, hey, this show makes us a lot of money, and then it just keeps going longer and longer and longer, and there's nothing left. Like the story, the story arch that was pitched in the beginning for the show is pretty much done, and there's just nothing else. And I don't know, and especially in comedy, it feels like they always write themselves in a corner. I don't know why that is a thing, but it really is. Like it always feels like there's always one major personality thing about the character, and that gets amplified to an extent where this character is only that. Like you have a character that's slightly stupid. As the season goes on, all that character is stupid. That's what he becomes. He becomes a stupid character, and all he does, all he says is stupid. And then you can never go back. Like it can only ever go forward. You can only ever make the character, dumber, not smarter again. And I don't know. It just feels weird that happens to so many TV shows, American TV shows especially. But yeah, I think money is just a very big factor in that. This feels like there should be something here. Right here. Japanese glass, another Japanese thing. I wonder, is there a bedrock box underneath this thing? I don't want the lavender to spawn. We need to put some stuff away. It's just always, this actually doesn't belong in here. Okay, whatever. We'll do this and put away that stamp pattern thing. Okay, now now we check if there is a bedrock box. If there was something was supposed to spawn right here. Doesn't look like it actually. Maybe this is just supposed to be empty? It just doesn't feel like that's right. No, I guess not. All right. Just making sure. Because I don't. Like it's not super important, obviously, but I don't want to miss out on anything, just because of some potential bugs. And oh yeah, there was some stone in there, right? Some dolomite, I guess. Must have been the thing. Okay. Where's the dirt? Do this. It's dark, very dark. Okay, let's sleep. Right here. So what am I looking at here? What is this? Looks like a pavilion thing of sorts. It's a very nice build. I like the spruce wood posts with the jacaranda slabs, and then the Japanese glass in the ceiling, and then the Tyrian faded purple futuristic armor plating block. That looks really cool. It doesn't really look futuristic at all. Well, I guess kind of. If you look at it with that mindset, in that this is a futuristic armor plating block, then I guess you can see it. But to me, it just looked like a purple brick, kind of like the purple fantasy block, just without the white. Bald cypress fence. This is kind of strange, right? Let's make sure I'm not missing anything. This is dirt. Dirt and grass. Nothing back here. No, I guess there's nothing here. Huh. Let's take a screenshot. Oh, and we should mark it, of course. What do we call this? I don't know. Yeah, pavilion, I guess. I don't know, is it, there's probably a, I don't know, whatever. This is what I'm calling it. I don't know what it is. I guess that's what it is. That's my guess. Okay, in the prairie, I think we should hit ocean relatively soon here. And then I'm not sure what's gonna happen once we hit the ocean. We might just sail together and talk a bit, or I might cut away and... No spider on the ground. Don't need no spiders though. Or I might cut away and just come back once I hit something, which would probably be home, most likely. I don't know, like the food situation is really a lot better now that I found that samurai temper. But still, I feel the need to go back home, dump some stuff off, do maybe a little bit of work around the house. I feel kind of like no one's really asked me to go back and fix anything or build anything else. You know, do anything, any of the stuff that I said I would do. But I still feel kind of guilty for not doing it, even though no one has called me out on it. And so just for my own conscience, I need to go back home. And then we'll figure out what we'll do from there on out. So yeah, back to TV shows. And on top of the characters, you know, the one that their standout personality trait being magnified to an extent where the entire character becomes ridiculous. It's also that they just seem to go on for too long. There's always too many seasons. There are only really a few shows that I felt did a good job of ending it when they did. And I don't know, maybe like for some of them that I'm thinking of, maybe that wasn't really a choice, but they got kind of cancelled, or who knows what happened. I think I crashed. I did. Okay, we'll be right back. I hope I can remember where I was at in my thought process. And I'm back again. This is one thing I wish I could avoid somehow, the crashes. Just happens sometimes, still. Alright, so where was I? Oh yeah, so one example of a show that I felt did a really good job of just telling the story that it wanted to tell and then ending was Breaking Bad. I think that was just great. They had their story, they told their story. There was no... What happened there? The boat desync is crazy sometimes in this. And now we need to make another boat because I don't trust the boats enough to just have one boat in the middle of the ocean. So yeah, Breaking Bad was great in that sense. I also felt like their characters were well written and they didn't... I mean, they exaggerated some stuff, but that was also... It wasn't just exaggeration for... Well, because it's easy to write or anything like that. It was just, it made sense, like the way the characters developed and evolved, you know, what white and stuff like that. And I still don't want to talk too much about it because it still might be spoilers to some, but it's been a while, right? It's been a few years. So yeah, you should be caught up on that. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like that was a really good example of a show that just lasted as long as it should have, and not longer just for the purpose of making more money. So that was really good. It's also been a while since I've watched that, but The Wire is one of that I felt like was still really, really good, even towards the end. That's been a few years since I've watched that. The Sopranos was kind of on the like it wasn't really like they didn't stretch it like crazy, but I don't know, the later seasons, or maybe it was just the last season. Is that a witch shot? That's a witch shot. we seen one before? I think we have. It's been a while, but we have. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so The Sopranos also ended kind of on time. But now with The Walking Dead, it already feels like it's not even that long. How many seasons are we in now? 7 or 6? It's not even crazy long yet, but it still already feels like they don't know what they're doing. And the way their characters change and then change back because they change too much. I don't know, it just doesn't feel very realistic, or like it just doesn't feel like it's. It also doesn't feel like they have any idea of where they're going sometimes. It's just they're doing something and then whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I also really dislike when, and I think that's more, maybe more the spin-off, the Fear the Walking Dead, when they just introduce a character or characters in an episode and then just kill them off in that same episode. That just feels like, I don't know, like they want to obviously emphasize how dangerous the world is and anyone can die. But if you just do it to like throw away characters that I don't care about because you just introduced them, 10 minutes ago, it doesn't really add anything to the show. Like it just feels like lazy writing. But yeah, I don't know. And then yeah, Game of Thrones obviously is kind of an exception to all of that because it's very, very, well, it's not exactly the same as the books, but it's very, very close to the books. And the books are obviously not that terribly written because yeah, they don't try to yeah, it's not written for a TV show. It's written for a book, so that's an inherent difference there, I think, and that definitely is a good thing. I think these air pockets mean that there's a mine shaft below, but I don't really care. Is this the ominous woods that we've seen? No, right? Uh, I don't remember. What was close to the? No, it has to be. Wait, that's the Japanese. What is a Japanese hut again? What did I mark there? The Zen Garden thing? Oh yeah, the Zen Garden thing, and then that's my ominous woods right there. So that's a different one, different ominous woods biome. There could be something cool in here, so we'll check it out. And I try not to die because there are some plants here that give you wither. This is a normal ominous woods. Yeah, it is. Let's check it out and hope we don't die. Oh, that's a deep drop. Some poison down there. That's pretty crazy. So yeah, I'm really excited for the new Game of Thrones season. Death Broom, yeah, that's the thing. I think that gives you wither, and it also gives you black dye. Very nice. And it's also kind of a nice looking flower, to be honest. I like it, so I'll take a few. And I try not to step into any. I kind of hope there's something in here, like a ruin of sorts. You might be too close to the other thing though. But I guess, I mean, like maybe towards the end here. I don't know. I still don't know what the cutoff exactly is, distance-wise. Some thorns. We don't really care about thorns. I really would hate to miss something now. So I also stopped talking about Game of Thrones. Look at all these death rooms. That's good, I think. Some black dye and maybe... Actually, is there a way to duplicate... what is this called? Dusty Miller. Is there a way to duplicate the Biomes Plenty flowers and stuff? I think some of them just sometimes... Like they drop more than one if you break them. But is there like... I don't know. I've never tried bone mealing them or anything. So I wonder if there's a way to get more from more of the same type of flower. If you have one, that is. I hope there is. But I don't know. And now what do I see over there? Is this the same? Yeah, this is the biome we explored. pretty sure at least. Or maybe, I don't know, I'm confused. It's been a while, I don't know exactly where everything is. This is just a normal forest in between here. Looks like it, and then there's a red one, Maper? I think Maper forest that way. Maybe I should head out on the ocean a bit. Because I feel like, yeah, if we go up and around, we should be fine. And there's a chance that we'll find an underwater ruin. Which is still on my list, and I still haven't seen one. Not even one, come on. Come on, ocean, give me something. So yeah, Game of Thrones. Yeah, I'm very excited for Game of Thrones. I actually started reading the books last year, but I didn't get very far. I don't know. I need to start reading more. I really do. I used to read a lot, and then I just kind of stopped. And now I only really read when I'm on vacation, like on a beach or something, and I read 3 books or something in a week, and I don't read anything anymore for the rest of the year. Not that extreme, but kind of, almost. It's really not. I'm not happy with that. I should just start incorporating reading again into my daily life. Yeah, and I've actually started. Yeah, I've started reading the Game of Thrones, like the Song of Fire and Ice books in English, and it wasn't a problem at all. Like I thought it might be. I don't know. I didn't really know how like the writing style, stuff like that was gonna be, but it was fine. I'm fine. I actually started reading English books before I really started like watching movies and things in English. Which is kind of strange, I guess, nowadays. So I mean, I was watching, yeah, Futurama on. I had the DVDs for the original complete series. Since then, it's come back in forms of movies, which I also have on DVD, and then another season on Comedy Central, I think it was, which I don't have on DVD, at least not yet. I've wanted to buy them actually at some point, but they were crazy expensive, like 40 euro or something. Just not, I don't know, doesn't seem worth it. I don't know how this changed, how I got to that. Well, I guess, I mean, I know how I got here topic wise. Game of Thrones, book, reading, English. Yeah, it makes sense, I guess. Kind of. And speaking of Futurama, it's actually one of my favorite TV shows. Still, like I really like The Wire. The Wire. I really like The Sopranos. I really like Game of Thrones. I liked the first few Walking Dead seasons. Right now, I'm not really sure how I feel about the show. It just doesn't really work at the moment for me. I hope they'll get back. I mean, I'll keep watching it, I guess, but it's getting tough. It's getting tougher. Okay. Is that no? That's just. Actually, is it mud? Or it's just weird lit dirt. I don't know. I've never been on the ocean floor really. This mod pack, so I don't know what it looks like. Going west, yeah, that's the right direction. Scanning around. Maybe I should head for deeper waters. I think the deep ocean probably has the really big underwater ruins. And there doesn't seem to be that much deep ocean around. I think this is deep ocean actually. Yeah, it is. I don't know how to get back to. I don't really know what I want to talk about else. What else I want to talk about in terms of TV shows. I guess one other show that I enjoyed early and then didn't that much towards the end was How I Met Your Mother, which is a completely different type of show compared to like The Wire and The Sopranos and stuff. But that was really good. I felt it was a really good sitcom early, and then it kind of just it didn't hold up. Like towards the end, it just got kind of lame, and the ending was kind of weak too. is always really bad. I think you should never have like that should not be weak. Should not be something you say about an ending of all of anything like a book, a TV show, movie. Ending should not be weak, and that was just a weak ending in my opinion. And I think a lot of people's opinion too. And it was also a show that felt like it went on for a bit too long. Should have should have ended a bit earlier. The entire last season was kind of pointless in a way. But at least he ended it and didn't just drag it on forever without ever resolving anything. And now I don't really know what else to talk about because I'm really busy looking for something, sign of something, but it doesn't appear to be anything. It feels like the ocean stuff should be really easy to find because it should be easy to see, and that's just ocean here. Like there can't be anything else spawning, ruins wise. It's just ocean around me. Basically, all the chunks should be kind of valid. Like I don't know, ocean floor is not that like hilly or something. It should be lots of valid spawn spots. Am I still going west? I am. Alright, that's good. I see lots of sharks and other fish. Ah, oh no, that's not just the willow tree stumps. Second looked like stone. Let's actually check the atlas and see where we are. Okay, we are kind of close to this island right here. That probably means I can't go through there. Let's try to go north. Get away from that weird fish that looks like it's going to attack me. Some whales right there. Come on, give me something, ocean. Be nice. Actually, there could be something in that whatever swamp thing that is too. We have to keep an eye on that as well as we sail around to the north. Okay, so the first book I read in English was Harry Potter and which one was it? The Order of the Phoenix, the fifth one. I think. Yeah, the fifth one. The reason for that was, well, for once it was I didn't want to wait for the German translation. I always hated that the book came out in English and then would take half a year or something for a German translation to get released. And then also a friend of mine was reading it in English, and it was kind of like, well, if he can do that, then I can definitely do that. I mean, there's no way his English is better than mine. So, so once he like I was at his place and he showed me the book and stuff and talked about it for a little bit, and then I got it myself and it wasn't during the summer. And then I read it, I finished it like in a few days, and then when I next talked to him, he said that he didn't. He gave up basically because he felt like he had to look up too many words in the dictionary to understand, and so he just didn't enjoy reading in English at all. And I didn't have that problem at all for some reason. I don't think my vocabulary was that much bigger. I just think that I don't know. I feel like I have a good instinct for language. So just like my English was good enough for me to just fill in the blanks basically. Like I didn't understand every single word. I definitely didn't, but I knew enough about Harry Potter. I knew enough about the language. I knew enough words to just kind of piece it all together while reading. So I didn't really have to like stop and think about it or look some words up. It just made sense in context, and I think he struggled with that a bit more. But yeah, that was actually the first English book that I read. And then since then I've read a few books in English, but not that many, because yeah, as I said, I haven't been reading a lot. And my reading speed is definitely still slower in English than it is in German. Although that might be kind of different nowadays. I don't know. I don't have a good way to compare, I guess. Because right now I feel like I'm reading more English text than I'm reading German text. I'm still reading like news and stuff online and like newspapers in German. But I feel like, with being on the internet, and yeah, Twitter and Reddit and like my like that's all very very English speaking, of course. So I read a lot of English. Um, funny funny thing about that is though that I feel like my English, like my writing and spelling and stuff is getting worse because of the time I spent online reading terrible English by, well, mostly by native English speakers who are really awful. That's something that I don't know. I guess it's the same. It's probably not much different for German. Like yeah, native German speaking, especially teenagers and stuff, not really spelling very well online. But man, there's some really bad English if you read Reddit threads and stuff like that. I mean, just some of them drive me crazy. Like you are and your I just don't get how you can't, like as a native speaker, how you cannot distinguish the two. It just doesn't. I don't understand that. And the same the same goes for their whatever the different versions. How can you not, like, they have completely different meanings? How can you not? I don't know how you confuse those. And then, well, one other thing that I really see a lot and that really bothers me for some reason is would off instead of would have. That's just so wrong too. Like it doesn't make any sense to spell like wood off. Why? What? How? Maybe it's just maybe I'm just more like aware of these kind of things because of the way I learned English. I mean, obviously there's a difference between the way you learn your native language, which you just pick it up, and I guess you do learn the rules eventually in school, but then you might already have some bad habits. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah. Oh yeah, one more thing. Should have went. That sounds so wrong to me. Just completely wrong. It's should have gone, of course. And I mean, it can't be should have went because then it would have been like it would be instead of should have been, should have was. That doesn't work. You can't. That doesn't work. You can't use no. No, I disagree. That sounds so wrong. But that might be like more a regional thing or something. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not making fun of anyone. So if you make any of these, well, quote unquote mistakes, I'm not. It's not a personal attack. It's just something that bothers me. Yeah, even in maps in Terra Restored 2, which I think is made by a native English speaker. I'm not sure though. I've never really checked, but there's so many mistakes like that in there. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And that definitely lots of It's not like every Austrian speaks flawless German, not even close. But I guess I'm just more used to those mistakes, which are mostly like the wrong cases and stuff, which I don't know. If it's just it also feels like English. You shouldn't really make a lot of mistakes in English because English is so easy. The grammar is so easy. The only really hard part about English is pronouncing things because the way you pronounce things just doesn't make sense, like at all. In German, I think everything else is hard, but once you know how to pronounce each letter, you can pretty much, like, there are exceptions, of course, but you can pretty much read and pronounce everything correctly because the letters just have that sound, and then you put the sounds together and form a word, and then that's the word. But in English, that's not true. Like, there's so many sounds that sometimes they sound like, or so many like vowels and stuff that sometimes they sound like that, and sometimes they sound like that. And how do you know? You just know. There are no rules or anything. So yeah, but other than that, English is really easy. I find at least. But yeah, I think that's it. I'm kind of really off topic now. I started talking about TV shows, and now I'm talking about the English language. But yeah, this is it for today. We almost made it home, pretty much. It's really not that far. Uh, yeah, this is the village. We're pretty much home. Do I have time to go home? I mean, I did kind of promise a longer episode, but I don't know what to talk about now, so I don't know how much it would be worth. Uh, oh yeah, and I promised a long episode in the previous video, which was a very, very short puzzle map that I didn't anticipate would be. I didn't anticipate that it would be that short. And so at the end of that, I said I would do a longer Live in the Woods to make up for it. And I don't know how long this episode actually is. I think it's just over 40 minutes. Is that right? I don't know. How do I always do that? Like I crash and I look at the time. Like I always remember to look at the time so I know, but then I start recording again and then I don't know. I think was it 18 minutes? It might have been 18. So now we're 23 in, so that makes a total of 41 minutes, probably 42 something right now, because it probably wasn't. Yeah, it's almost 24 now. Yeah. So 42 minutes. We're almost home. And then I don't know what the next episode will hold. I'll try to do like the boring stuff off camera. The dumping my stuff off and making food, harvesting the crops and that stuff. And then we'll probably I have some new fruits for trees. So we'll make those saplings and plant them in the orchard area, and we'll maybe do a bit of work on the path or something. We might look at some spots for Barandia's house for his stables, and then after that, I don't know. I kind of that's the marble pillars. We're very, very close. Um, I don't really know what my plan is going forward here. I do want to keep exploring. Um, I don't think I want to start a new world. Just because I'm lazy and I kind of want to find everything in this world. Because if we started a new world, chances would be that we would find lots of the same ruins again. And so far in this world, we haven't found any duplicates. So I just want to keep going a little bit longer here, and then we'll see. We'll see what the future holds. I don't have any long-term plans for the series anymore. I just want to keep it going for a few reasons. One, it's a good vehicle for me to talk about whatever I want, while still having a kind of a fancy background. Second reason being that a lot of people subscribed because of this series, and I don't really have anything else that is quite like it. So I want to keep that going for them. And also, last but definitely not least, is I really still enjoy doing this. It's relaxing for me to just walk around in here and look at the pretty stuff and look for the ruins. I think that's a good goal because it's very unlikely we'll ever reach it. Find everything that there is to find. It's not. I mean, who knows? If you spend enough time, sure, it will happen, but it's not likely. And so I think that's a good goal to have for a series like this. Because if it was a goal that I could realistically reach within like 5 episodes or something, then what would I do then? 5 episodes later, what now? But this is a good long-term kind of quote unquote plan, because it's really not a plan at all. So yeah, I'll just keep going. I think I'll actually look into it a bit more. Maybe just count out the ruins that are able to spawn, like how many different ones there are, and then kind of do a rough estimate. I think I've marked most of them in the atlas, so I just need to count those and then see actually how far we are in terms of finding them all. And then I don't know, we might go north again. We could go west. There's a lot of ocean to the west, which could be good. I mean, we would have to sail quite far. Well, we're not really sailing because the boat doesn't have a sail, but you know what I mean. We would have to go quite far because this is towards spawn, and there's an area around spawn. That I know already. There's an area around spawn where no ruins spawn, so you have to go out a few hundred blocks or a few thousand blocks. I don't remember the specifics. And this is back towards world spawn, so we would go back into that area with no ruins. And then on the other side of that, there might not be that much ocean, so it might not be worth it in that case. I don't know. We could also go south again. I think we went quite a bit farther to the east than we did to the south. Do I want to sleep? Yeah, I don't want creepers to spawn at the house. Then this episode is kind of long now. I hope it will process in time. Uploading won't be a problem. I'm early enough. But processing might be a problem because YouTube processing has been slow. And it's not that the processing itself is that slow, it's that it just doesn't start. Recently, that's the problem that I've been having. It says processing has started and it's stuck at 0%, which yeah, is kind of frustrating. Because then once it starts, it takes like a normal amount of time, and then it gets stuck again at 90 something percent. That's just the way the system. Ooh, that was close. That's just the way the system works. So it's, I think, 95, sometimes 96%. It gets stuck again, and then it finishes. Yay! Back at the house. It's been a while since we've seen this place. It's a nice place. I like it. So yeah, this is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any ideas for things I could talk about, feel free to leave a comment below. If you have any feedback on TV shows or any recommendations for TV shows, I'd gladly listen to those too. And yeah, this is it for today. I hope you're having a nice day. Oh, tomorrow 10 p.m. my time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern time, there'll be a live stream. We won't do Live in the Woods because it's a subscriber hangout special, which is the only kind of stream I do at the moment. So we'll just play some mini games, and you're obviously all welcome. If you haven't seen the announcement video that went live yesterday, you can there are more details there, but it's not really that much more information than there's a stream tomorrow. So I hope I get to see some of you guys in chat and maybe even on the minigame servers. I know it's not a great time for everyone, but it's just a compromise kind of time. I don't want to start too late for the Europeans, and 10 p.m. is already kind of late anyway. But yeah, this is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.